Good morning, Year 8. I hope you had a lovely week and you're readjusted to doing your maths work from home. So this is your solutions video for week 8 of learning from home, and it should say 8.4.3 in the corner. So starting off with some percentages. So it says find 10% of 440. So to find 10%, because obviously a percentage is out of 100, all we have to do is 440 divided by 10. So we just cross off that 0 and we have 44. Okay, so the answer to that one is £44. The next one says find 50% of £680. So to find 50%, all we have to do is divide by 2. So we'll do 680 divided by 2 equals 340. And that's our answer, okay? So £340 is 50% of 680. So the next one is factorizing. So as you know with factorizing from all our other sheets, you've got to find something common between these two, okay? So you've got to find something that goes into both of them. So let's have a look. So actually 4 goes into both of them, doesn't it? Now this one's a little bit more confusing, but if we put 4 on the outside of the bracket, and then we'll work on from there, okay? So to get from 4 to 28, we have to times by 7, don't we? Because 4 times 7 is 28. So we can put our 7 there, and then obviously we need our x. So now we know that 4 times 7x is 28. But we've already got 4 here, so we've got to do 4 times what equals 4? Well, it's 1, okay? So there we've got our answer. So 4, open brackets, 7x minus 1, closed brackets. On to the next one then. So a similar thing here actually, because 42 is divisible by 6, so we can put 6 on the outside of our brackets here, can't we? So how do I get from 6 to 6 by multiplication? Well, it's just 1, because 6 times 1 is 6, okay? And then what do I times 6 by to get to 42? Well, minus 42. I would need minus 7. And then I've got my x here because it's 42x. So that should work if you multiply it out. So you've got 6 times 1 is 6, and then 6 times minus 7 is minus 42, obviously with the x. So that's your answer. Okay, so question 5, we've just got some solving an equation, which you've done lots of recently, and this one's easier than the ones I gave you on Maths Watch. So, as always, we want all our x's on one side and all our numbers on the other side. So, let's get rid of this minus 2 by doing the opposite and adding 2, okay? So that means all we've got left here is 9x, and if I add 2 to this, I get 54. But at the moment I've got 9 x's and I only want 1, so I'm going to divide by 9. Okay, and then all I've got left on this side would be x, and then on this side all I've got left is 6, because 54 divided by 9 is 6. So now I know that x equals 6. Now this one has some brackets, so we're going to get rid of the brackets first. So we're going to do 5 times 11x would be 55x. And then 5 times minus 5 would be minus 25, and that would equal 85. Okay, so now I've got it looking like this. I can do my standard thing. I can get all the numbers on one side and all the x's on the other side. So to get rid of minus 25, I'm going to add 25 on both sides, which leaves me with 55x on this side and 110 on this side. Okay. Problem is, I have got 55 x's and I definitely only want 1. So if I divide 55x by 55, all I'm left with x. And if I divide 110 by 55, well, it's just half of it. So I've got 2. Okay, so x equals 2 for question number 6. Okay, on to some product of prime numbers. So we're going to start with 36. And so we're going to start with the number 2. Okay, so we've done these before. So 2 times something equals 36. Well, 2 times 18 equals 36. And 2 is a prime number, so I can circle that one. Now I can halve 18 again, can't I? So I can do 2 times 9. And I've circled my 2 because it's a prime number. Okay, so now I've got 9. Well, that's not an even number, so I can't divide it by 2. But I can do 3 times 3 to make 9. And they are both prime numbers. So now I've done this, I've got my answer. So 36 as a product of its prime factors is 2, 2, 3, 3. but that's not quite how we write it. We would write it in kind of the form of indices. So we've got two 2's, so we would have 2 to the power of 2, or 2 squared, times 3 to the power of 2, or 3 squared. So I'll just rewrite that for you now. Okay, on to the